各位记者朋友
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's press conference. First of all, an announcement. At the invitation of member of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Minister of Foreign Affairs Wang Yi, President of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly, and Elena Baerbock will visit China from April the 29th to the 30th. Now the floor is open.
发言人你好，中华卫视记者艾琳的提问。
China Arab TV, Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi claimed at a meeting that the revision of the 3 security documents is an important matter that will determine the fate of the country. She said that lessons should be drawn from the Ukraine and Russia, as well as in the Middle East, to advance preparations for new forms of warfare and long-term wars, and to enhance maritime security capabilities, cyber security, and economic security. What is your comment on this?
Recently, the Takaichi administration has been vigorously developing its defense industry. Now it claims to prepare for a long-term conflict. Several decades ago, Japan launched a war of aggression, and now it's peddling the so-called tension narrative. Is the Japanese side trying to repeat the history, speed down the path of remilitarization, and once again become the source of disaster in East Asia? Last century, Japanese militarists during their aggression and expansion committed horrendous crimes against the Chinese people and people in other neighboring countries, including Japanese people. Given the history of aggression and to prevent the revival of Japanese militarism, the Cairo Declaration, the Potsdam Proclamation, the Japanese Instrument of a Surrender, and a series of documents with full legal effect under international law explicitly require Japan to be completely disarmed and not to maintain industries that would enable it to rearm for war. The Japanese constitution also contains strict restrictions on Japan's military strength, right of belligerency, and right to war. From exclusively defense-oriented principle to a long-term conflict, Japan has been making frequent, dangerous, reckless, and provocative moves in the military and security fields, defying its self-claimed dedication to peace. Many people with insights have noted that the recent remarks by some senior officials in Japan sound more like war mobilization and war cries, and a direct echo of Japanese militarists in the past. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the beginning of the Tokyo trials. Japan has not only failed to do a serious soul-searching of its past wars of aggression, but also attempted to resume military expansion. The international community will never accept this. The lessons of that dark history not far away must be remembered. All peace-loving countries in the world must remain highly vigilant and firmly resist Japan's reckless moves of new militarism.
下一个问题。
Next one, please.
谢谢发言人，总台央视记者。
CCTV. Members of the Conservative Solidarity Association of Japan's Liberal Democratic Party and 166 lawmakers from the Diet and local assemblies visited the Yasukuni War Shrine today. Does China have any comments on this? The so-called Yasukuni Shrine is a spiritual tool and symbol of Japanese militarists' war of aggression. It is, in fact, a shrine for war criminals. Japan's negative moves concerning the war shrine constitute a blatant and grave affront to historical justice and human conscience, and challenge the outcomes of the World War II victory as well as post-war international order. China is strongly indignant and severely condemns it. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the beginning of the Tokyo trials. The exact date is May the 3rd, just a few days away. 80 years ago, the international community, with overwhelming ironclad evidence, made its final judgment on Japan's crimes of aggression and passed sentences on Japanese Class A war criminals in accordance with law, thus safeguarding the outcomes of the victory in the World Anti-Fascist War and international justice. Today, however, some Japanese politicians and right-wing forces, instead of reflecting on and correcting their wrongdoings, chose to go down the wrong path. They pay frequent visits to the Yasukuni war shrine, where Class A war criminals are honored, and seek to reverse history's verdict on aggression, whitewash war crimes, and summon the ghost of militarism. The Chinese people in other countries that suffered under Japanese aggression, and all peace-loving forces for justice in the world will never allow this. As Japanese neo-militarism keeps gaining strength, the international community must stay on high alert and stand ready to stamp it out before it could wreak havoc in the region. Next one, please.
Thank you. Question from AFP.
法新社，中方禁止外资收购 Manus。中国官方反对该交易继续进行。中方对此交易有何评论，以及对于出口禁令有何评论？
请向
I'd refer you to competent authorities for anything specific. More broadly, let me stress that the Chinese government review and make relevant decisions on foreign investment in accordance with laws and regulations. Next one, please.
谢谢发言人。新华社记者提问：近日。
Xinhua News Agency. Recently, foreign media reported that a growing number of Chinese brands, from tea drinks and hot pot to sportswears, are going global, stressing that Chinese companies are not only selling products overseas, but also impressing foreign consumers with their technology, design, supply chain efficiency, and localized services. What's your comment? In recent years, Chinese brands have gained wide recognition in global markets for their outstanding quality, innovative technology, and designs rooted in the Chinese culture. They offer consumers around the world more and better choices, and serve as a window through which people in other countries can observe and understand China. From OEM to independent R&D, from scale operation to value-driven growth, and from learning from foreign design to homegrown design, China has leveraged its strong innovation capacity, market vitality, and cultural dynamism to upgrade Made in China and embrace global markets through open cooperation. Chinese brands have become ambassadors of Chinese quality and a vivid illustration of how China is benefiting the world with its own development. We will continue to share the opportunities for high-quality development with all parties, help more Chinese brands go global, build more bridges for exchanges between China and the rest of the world, and inject greater vitality into the global economy. Next one, please.
Thank you. Another from
法新社，巴布亚新几内亚总理昨天访华，他预计会会见广东的省领导。中方能否介绍他访华的行程，以及介绍更多详细信息？
目前我们有可以提供的信息。
I have nothing to share at the moment. Please stay tuned. Next one, please.
大家还有其他问题吗？
Anything else? Then let's call it a day. Thank you for coming.